Two awesome road racing flats in one video, the Asics Hyperspeed and the Asics Magic Speed. Let's get into it. Welcome back to VS Athletics. In today's video, we're going to be going over two of Asics' road racing flats, the Asics Hyperspeed and the Asics Magic Speed, the women's versions and the men's versions. And we'll start off by getting into the Asics Hyperspeed, and this is more a traditional road racing flat where it's the low profile and not huge stack heights, no carbon plate, but still lightweight, fast shoe. This is a road racing flat for 5K to 10K. So that mid-range distance, if you want to go up to the half marathon and marathon, you're probably looking for the higher stack height and some of the super shoes. This is more of a 5K, 10K. And if you're looking for some alternative for track racing in the 3200, and if you do a 5K or 10K and you want that low profile, similar shoe to the old traditional road racing flats, this would be a good shoe. Also pop in some long intervals on the track and your tempo runs. Great all-around shoe. And let's get into this one. So this uses the lightweight FLYTEFOAM. So you have FLYTEFOAM throughout the midsole, and that is a lightweight cushion, great responsive. So pop. So this will be similar type of shoe to the Streak Fly, where the Streak Fly has just a PBEX plate in it. This has no plate, but it has a responsive foam. So similar kind of profile to the Streak Fly if you're familiar with that, but you have FLYTEFOAM midsole for energy return. Then you have an updated upper with a recycled engineered mesh. So lightweight, breathable, but still you have the overlays and you have plenty of support and heel support to keep you locked in when you're cranking out those fast times on the roads. So that recycled material is 75% of the upper is made of recycled material. So every shoe company is working towards sustainability in their brands. So Asics is no different than everyone else, but they continue with innovative materials. Well, you're recycled, lightweight, but still breathable, but still keeping you locked in. So you have a high abrasion rubber with carbon for durability. So the only carbon in this shoe is probably the carbon that's in this section, but it's not carbon plate like you think. It's just a carbon additive to increase durability of the abrasion traction. So no carbon, but little bits of carbon. So call it what you may. The men's comes in at 6.7 ounces for a men's size 9, and the women's comes in at 5.5 ounces for a women's size 8. You have a 30 mil stack height in the back, 23 to the front, so 7 millimeter drop, 30 in the back, 23 in the front, 7 millimeter. And once again, this is in line with your Streak Fly, so lots of bounce and pop in that FLYTEFOAM, but no carbon plate. This retails for $90 at vsathletics.com. So the next shoe we get into is the men's and women's version. So men's and women's in the Hyperspeed had two different colors. This was your women's, this was your men's. In the Magic Speed, both will be the same color. So the Magic Speed is also road racing flat. This is for 5K to marathon, so more cushioning and the addition of the carbon plate. So this is considered a super shoe with FLYTEFOAM. You have FLYTEFOAM Blast with a carbon plate. You can see the carbon plate in here, right in there. Little bad boy, full length carbon plate sandwiched between two layers of FLYTEFOAM Blast. So your FLYTEFOAM Blast and your carbon plate are all pushing you forward, giving propelled, so lots more stiffness, lots more pop back, and you have responsive cushioning. So responsive cushioning with carbon plate kind of equates to the super shoe status. So you have that carbon plate sandwiched between FLYTEFOAM and FLYTEFOAM, so there's a delineation between the color. They wanted to really highlight that. So 2 layers of FLYTEFOAM, carbon plate, and then you have the Asics grip sole. So similar sole to the Hyperspeed in design, but just added to the super shoe. You have a motion wrap upper, so even lighter weight than the Hyperspeed, and you have basically your overlays for structure, nice heel cup in the back to keep you locked in, and a breathable inside and out to keep you comfortable when you're cranking out a marathon in the hot weather. So this one, unlike the Hyperspeed had 75% of the upper material made with recycled material. This has 50% made with recycled material. So on to the technicals. Men's comes in at 7.8 ounces. I know what you're saying. It's almost a full ounce heavier than the Hyperspeed, but you have that addition of almost double the cushioning, so that adds some weight. And on the women's version, this is the men's, this is the women's. So on the women's version, you're at 6.6 ounces for a women's size 8, and that weight addition is due to the addition of another layer of foam and carbon, but those kind of even out with the energy return and the carbon plate. You have a 34.5 stack height in the back, dropping to 27.5 in the front. 34 to 27, 7mm drop. So same drop as the Hyperspeed, but higher stack height. So 4.5mm higher in the back and 4.5mm higher in the front. And this is in a good price range. So this is $160. So the Street Fly, which is comparable to Hyperspeed, is $160. This retails at $160. So if you're looking for a super shoe and you don't want to blow that $200, $250, and now with the Adidas shoe, the $500 budget on a super shoe, the $160 Magic Speed is the way to go. You got carbon plate, energy return foam, great all-around shoe, both men's and women's versions, and this is $160 at vsathletics.com. And once again, you can find all these shoes online at vsathletics.com. If you have any questions, drop a comment in the comment section. We'll get to it as quick as possible, and you can always stop by our store. It is at 1450 West 228th Street. That's Torrance, California 90501, and you can drop a line at 800-676-7463. Ask customer service any questions about these or any of the equipment, spikes, shoes, infrastructure stuff we have, all track and field, and we also do other sports as well. So ask customer service for any of your sporting goods, especially running needs, and we'll help you out. And once again, thank you very much and have a nice day.